The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. The fruit of the Spirit.
And now it's time for another Illusion with Riddles. 2 in 1 show. Isn't that great? And what's your name, ma'am?
Allison.
And Allison, who are we talking about today?
Zacchaeus.
And Zacchaeus had a problem with he liked what too much?
Money.
Yeah, because he tried to get more than he should. And some people say money burns a hole in your pocket. And that means that they like money too much. Who should you like the most of all?
God.
Right. Right now, Riddles is putting a hole in that dollar. Look at that. Can you believe that? Look at that. Like some people say money burns a hole in your pocket. Look at the hole in that dollar. But you know, when Zacchaeus asked the Lord in his life, did he care as much about money anymore?
Mm-mm.
In fact, what did he do with his money?
He gave it back.
He gave it back, plus a lot more, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Who did he have in his life now?
God.
And that made his life whole again. Oh, and there is no more hole in that dollar. Well, thank you, sir, for that great trick. And thank you for the dollar, too. And thank you, Allison.
Right now, it's time for how to do a trick. Lisa, you're going to help us with this, right? Okay, we're going to use some newspaper here. Now, I have 3 sheets, 1, 2, 3, and they're full sheets. So when you look at them, you see it has to be a whole sheet just like this, 1 full sheet, but you need 3 of those. Lisa, should we just kind of take any old newspaper and start ripping them up?
No.
No, why not?
Because my mom and dad might want to read it.
Yeah, that's right. So we have to make sure it's okay with Mom and Dad first before we take these, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then if they say okay, then we can do it. Now what we're going to do is, what are we talking about today? Remember the man's name?
Zacchaeus.
That's it, Zacchaeus. And he climbed what kind of tree?
Sycamore tree.
A sycamore tree. So we're going to make one of those, all right? So what we're going to do, we start with 1 piece of newspaper. And we hold it out, just like that, and just fold it flat out. Then you take a second sheet, and Lisa, I want you to do that. I want you to open it out completely, the second sheet, and then what you do is you line it up with this crease right there in the half. See right there where that crease is? Right there, so that it's right halfway in there, and then you start rolling it up from this end, kind of nice and tight, and then just roll it up. There you go, and roll and roll and roll and roll. So you're rolling the second sheet up inside the first sheet. There you go. Perfect. Now, right when you get to the center again, we want to keep them even there. Good job. Right when we get to the center again, we want to stop because we want to pull it up just like that because you want to put the third sheet in now. So whenever you get to the center, that's where the next piece goes in. So just remember it's always in the center where that crease is, and then you roll the third sheet all the way up, and we roll and roll and roll just like that, up and up and up, just like so. And that is going to form a paper tube. And what kind of a tree are we going to make?
Sycamore tree.
A sycamore tree, that's right. Now, Lisa, if you would hand me that scissors, please. Now, here is when the fun starts. All you have to do is take your scissors, and you see where that little paper is, that little flap? I want you to fold it in half just like that for me, if you would, and just crease it really nice and tight. Super. That's great. Now we're going to make 2 cuts. 1 cut starts right in here, and you cut down, oh, maybe about 3 or 4 inches, and maybe Mom and Dad might have to help you with that, too, because it's kind of a lot of newspaper to try to cut through. Go to the other side and cut down that much, too. So now what you have is, it's just kind of cut in half, just like that, see? Then what you do is cut on the other side. So we're going to cut it 4 times, 1 cut on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times, so that we have even leaves is really what we're making here. We're making even leaves. All right, make sure you cut all the way through there. I missed 1 little piece. I'm going to go back in there and grab that and cut that down just like so. Now watch what happens. This is really cool. Now we're going to make our tree grow. So if you would pull just right up in the center, real slow, straight up, and while you pull, I'm going to turn it and our tree starts to grow. Look at that. Isn't that cool? And we have a sycamore tree. And when we see a sycamore tree, we can know and remember that Zacchaeus climbed up this tree, didn't he? Because he wanted to see, who do you think?
Jesus.
He wanted to see Jesus. And the way he did that was by climbing up this tree so he could get a better view. So that's how to do a trick today. Thanks a lot. Here you go. And how about, I'm going to let you keep that. Isn't that a great gift? All right. Super job. Thanks a lot for helping out.
Zacchaeus, he taught us to trust in the Lord. A little man with a big heart was he, yes he was. Jesus was coming, but some blocked his view, so he climbed up a sycamore tree. In his life he had done wrong, it didn't take him long. He soon gave all the money back. Zacchaeus got his life on track. Zacchaeus, he taught us to trust in the Lord. A little man with a big heart was he. Jesus was coming, but some blocked his view, so he climbed up a sycamore tree. Sometimes we think we are too small. We only seem to crawl. But your size does not mean a thing. It's how much love to him you bring. Zacchaeus, he taught us to trust in the Lord. A little man with a big heart was he, yes he was. Jesus was coming, but some blocked his view, so he climbed up a sycamore tree. Yes, Zacchaeus, a little man with a big heart, yes. Taught us to trust in the Lord.